Section 107 Fair Use allows us to talk about it, and that's what we are here to do. Please do not go to your way to dislike anybody we talk about in this video. It is for entertainment and reaction purposes only. It's my opinion and my opinion only. Get on up in here, my lovely people, because guess what? We're going to do some reading on some folks today. Because when I tell y'all, baby, Peaches hit a new low, and we going to get into it. First off, let me just say this about a person, right? That makes me very, very angry. Peach is a person who gets out here and tells stories about her life and all her childhood trauma. But at the same time, she gets out here and dogs children out, talks about children, shows pictures of children, talks about which parent loves what and which parent don't love this person, and does all this to create childhood trauma on other children. That shows me that she is a pure evil person. A person who went through childhood trauma would always try to protect children and not want them to go through what they have been through. But she has hit an all-time low. So let's get to talking about it, all right? Number one, okay? We've seen her been talking about her sisters and brothers. Really ain't been addressing the fact that the baby mama been out here for a few days dragging on her and telling some of her business, right? And all Peach has done in response, and let me say this, because y'all probably like, Storm, where you getting all this from? Peach has been doing a lot of posting over on TikTok and Instagram. She ain't brought all that mess over here to YouTube because she knows that she'll get struck out, and that's her bread and butter. She'll restart an Instagram page. She'll restart a TikTok page, and the idiots over there will continue to follow her and support her. So she just don't want to lose her YouTube. So if y'all really want the lowdown scoop, go on over there on TikTok, because honey, she posting some wild and crazy things. So this is where I got this information from earlier this morning. So back to the business at hand. So far that we've seen in response to the baby mama, Peach, she dropped a video saying she was never going to leave Wood, and he shows them walking through Disney World and him buying the kids ice cream and things like that to take a shot back. But then she goes a little further, right? And she posts a TikTok and a clip of Wood and Gorgeous, showing him cutting Gorgeous's cord, showing just various years of things that he's done with Gorgeous, and labels it the only daughter, right? Wood's only daughter, her only daughter, just to throw a shot back. But last night she did go live on TikTok, and she threw a few shorts at the baby mama. She got on there and was talking about how much money she has, which we all know, but girl, you broke mentally, emotionally, physically, and everything else, so your money just adds up to $0. She goes on to say that being a CNA, which we know that the baby mama is, which is a respectable career, she makes no money, and she lacks this and lacks that, and she's never going to make this amount of money. She tried to be a math magician and add up how much she thought the baby mama made, and said she ain't going to never have nothing. But I will say one thing. The baby mama is a homeowner. She owns her vehicle, and she has a job that offers a lot, right? Offers insurance, offers her children something, a 401k plan, and something to fall back on. But if y'all think it didn't get worse, she woke up with nothing but the devil on her mind this morning. Take a listen at this hot mess.
Well, hello, baby mama. Mistake. See, you are a mistake. Getting you pregnant was a mistake that my husband made. And your child, yes, your daughter, is a mistake. And the information that you're currently stating is mistaken. So you and your daughter are mistakes. And I want to be very clear.
Ooh, what a nasty, dirty dog. What a nasty, dirty dog. Now, I have to tell y'all, this is what I found over on TikTok. I don't know if it made it over to YouTube. Probably has not. So this is where you got to find it. But during this clip, and that's why I didn't show the clip, she is doxing the daughter. She's showing pictures of the daughter being young. She's showing the daughter being old. She's also went to a new level to show the grandbaby, okay? She's showing the daughter holding her child as she's talking about what a mistake she is. Honey, I about fell out of my chair. But I want y'all to listen to this again of how low down, dirty, and nasty this woman is.
Well, hello, baby mama. Mistake. See, you are a mistake. Getting you pregnant was a mistake that my husband made. And your child, yes, your daughter, is a mistake. And the information that you're currently stating is mistaken. So you and your daughter are mistakes. And I want to be very clear.
Now say what now? Say what now? Now, honey, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna get into a good read here, so I'm gonna just get a little disclaimer. Cause let me just tell you something. That was the nastiest, dirtiest thing that this woman could have done. She should have kept that girl out of her conversation, and she could have kept that grandbaby out of these pictures and that girl up out of these pictures. So if the baby mama come back and light up into her and go off and press charges and everything else, that's more than what Peach deserves. But I got to say something, y'all, because I can't hold it in any longer. Where is Wood? Where is Wood? Because see, when Peach was doing this, right, she was up in that house. She was sitting up in that closet, up in there with them stinking Timberland boots, dirty drawers, baby spit up rags, and everything else while she was doing this. So we know he was on the other side of the door, right, trying to comprehend what was going on. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't condone violence, especially men on women, but he should have kicked that door open and he should have told her to shut her mouth. He should have corrected her very, very quickly. He should have taken that camera and thrown it across the room. He should have done a lot of things. In my opinion, Wood is a spineless coward. Wood is always over there backpedaling. I think that Wood, yeah, we say he's slow. He might be slow. The baby mama might have been in special ed and all this other jizz jazz and whatever. Yeah, we say Peach is a lot to handle, but he must love it. He must love it at this point in time. Let me say something. She got out here and she dogged your mama out. She got out here and dogged your daddy out. She got out here and dogged your brother out. And these two men passed away, your brother and your father. She went over there and showed her tail, and you still ran back to her. You also allow her to continuously talk about your family and dog them, and we all give you a pass, Wood. We let you just sit there and think that you the slowest snail. You knew exactly what you was doing when you went and laid down with that woman. I mean, I don't know how slow somebody got to be to understand that XCX can equal a baby. I mean, that's on TV. That is on every commercial. That is on any cell phone, tablet that you pick up. It says use protection. So obviously, when you was pedaling backwards and going and find somebody in elementary school and you was doing all that predator behavior that you was trying to do, you knew by sticking your ding ding up in that lady, a baby would have been produced. So it was no mistake. Why Wood sits here and allows this woman to do it is because he's spineless, period, point blank. Why he continues to let everybody get away with dogging out his children, his baby mamas, his mama, his daddy, and everything else, who knows, right? Is the money that good? Like, do you sell your soul to someone with money? Then we got people in the back that say, oh, Wood is there because of his kids. He know Peach can't take care of his kids. He love his kids. And I call baloney on that. I call baloney on 10-4. Because if any man really cared about his kids, let's just keep it a whole buck. Out here, if a man really cared about his children, they wouldn't be worried about the mother. They would go and get on their own 2 feet and make sure that their children can come to them for security. Any man that truly loves his children will not allow them to go through the things that the mother is doing just to make money and have to hear this. Any man who cared about his children will be bringing his children together instead of making them be more separate and further apart than ever. Any man that cared about his children truly will want to care about all his children equally. Doesn't matter who they came out of, doesn't matter who you with, doesn't matter how old they are. You would care about them equally if you were truly a man who cared about their children. Wood cares strictly about money and being able to do exactly what he wants to do. He can go out here, he can drink, he can party, and he can do it on Peach's dime. He can go out here and cheat and entertain other women, and he can do that on Peach's dime, and still the door will be open for him, and that cootie cat will still be laying right there wide open, fishy, and wanting to be laid up in. He can also, right, do anything and get away with it, and that's all he wants to do. I don't understand any man that is going to allow this woman to get up here and dog they child out. If he don't get up here and stop this right now, this is just beyond me. They are made for each other. But Pete, since you want to talk about what a mistake is, right? Let's just talk about the fact that it's already been busted out, right? That, some of those children ain't by Wood, and we all believe it. But Peach made a TikTok last night, right? A whole bunch of them where her and Wood are laying up in the bed together. They loving on each other. She's telling stories about him. Let me just say one thing to you, woman to woman, Peach. Don't nobody care if you lay there on your husband's chest and rub his fingers and his hands and call him your husband. How can you feel that that is sacred when every woman out here in the world has experienced the same thing during your marriage, before your marriage, and even continuously to this day. How can you feel like that is truly your husband and your man when you know that everything he's doing for you in that bed, he's doing for everybody else? So absolutely nothing, I will say again, is sacred. Nothing is yours. And that's why you're truly hurt, because what you got, everybody can have, and that's your husband. What you got, which everyone can have, all those kids, any woman can do. And what you got, which is money, everybody makes it. So it's nothing special about Peach McIntyre. And that right there is what hurts Peach's feelings every single day, is that nothing that she has is truly hers, right? Those children, they can walk away and tell all the business of that house at any moment. That's why they don't have no friends. Why do you think they can't go over a friend's house? Could you imagine the stories that the children would tell that goes on in their house? That's why they don't even go to the doctor, because you scared of what they may tell the doctor. You don't, you just don't understand. They're not yours. They can walk out on you at any time. That man can walk out at any time. You can be demonetized on any of these platforms, and boom, chicka bow wow, there goes your money. But let's get back to a little bit of hand. They're laying in the bed and she goes out and she makes a statement. And I want y'all to hear this statement so I can, put my 2 cents in.
He moved in with a new girlfriend. You demoted me. Let's just be honest with it. I can handle it. He always think I can't handle something. He got with a girl with kids that ain't had no kids from him and stopped dealing with me. And I became his side bitch.
So pretty much during this story time that they're telling, she lets it slide out that at one point in time, he left her for a woman who had children that was not his. And he went over there and he took care of that woman and them children. Okay. So, it makes sense on so many different levels. Number one, that means that Wood has the ability to work, care for a woman and children, even though they're not his. So he has that in him. He just don't have that with you, Peach, because he don't have to put no effort towards it. All he got to do is whip that swing dang out, put it on you, and you good enough. And I don't even understand how he can get that thing even hard dealing with her. We ain't even gonna go off looks. Her emotional baggage, her sad, tragic, evil ways, and the fact that she talk about your children, your grandchildren, your mama and your daddy, and all of your family, how you get turned on or get that thing hard is way beyond me, because the emotional damage that she put on you should have that thing limp and hanging down to the ground. But anywho, it shows too that he's still over there with you and you claim all them as his kids, right? But it shows that he still would stick with a woman, right, that has children that are not his. And just the way he would do another woman out here on the street, that's exactly what he doing with you, Peach, over there. The only difference, okay, is that Wood charges Peach. Would charge Peach to babysit them kids because he know a bunch of them ain't his. And he is like, hey, if I'm going to be over here and you making the money, honey, you going to pay me. I'm the nanny. So it just proves that the story of your children not all being by your husband is really, really coming to play towards the truth. At this point, you done showed everything else. I'm going to be like Maury Povich. We need to see the DNA at this point. I understand that people can raise children that are not biologically theirs and show them love, but at this point, the story y'all sticking to does not add up. And another thing that by telling that story points out is the lack of respect, love, and care that he has for you, Peach. If those are all 9 of his children, or he look at them as his children, or whatever story y'all going along with, how dare he go over to another woman, work and take care of her and her children, but come over there to his so-called wife, right? And won't even lift a finger to make 99 cents on YouTube platform, on Instagram, TikTok, and he's sitting there all day with a cell phone in his hand. He trolling across Disney World, and he's pretending to be filming while he's really over there texting on Tumblr and over there getting down with the side chick, probably calling down to Alabama to give his woes to his other baby mama. Honey, when I tell y'all, does this make any sense? He gonna sit up over there and he won't even make 2 cents to rub together for his 9 children, but he went and took care of another woman and her children. And then Peach gonna sit here. He don't want to talk about it. He don't think I can handle it. Honey, he don't think it. He know you can't handle it. He know you can't handle the truth. He know that you have an emotional, mental, and every other kind of breakdown that there is on this internet because you can't handle the truth, that there's nothing special about you. Every single thing in your life that you got, Peach, another woman can have. And that is the problem with you. That is the problem with why you out here and you talking about everybody. That's why you trying to drop all these bogus stories and all these myths, and you taking trips here, trips there. You trying to get your makeup done. It doesn't matter if you paint your face like a clown. It doesn't matter if you sit there and look like you going to RuPaul's Drag Race. The fact that you inside out ugly is a whole different ball game. And the fact that you can't even love yourself enough to say that laying with this man is making you more miserable than letting him go. The fact that you can't see your own self-worth, and so you have to get on the internet and make money by downing everyone else around you. The fact that anyone who talks about you that's supposed to love you, that has been connected by blood by you, the same thing is always said. Nobody likes her. Nobody wants her around. Nobody wants to be around her. You are a toxic, nasty person. And you are over there laying with a toxic, nasty person. A toxic, nasty, slow, lumpy head, ding dong. Think he's swinging something and maybe need to get checked. Non-vasectomy having, backwards spelling. Ooh, he is such a punk to let anybody dog his children out like this. I'm getting a little too deep. So when I get a little too deep and a little too messy, I got to pull it back. But y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, this is one for the books. I'm happy that y'all here. I'm happy that y'all watching. I hope y'all have y'all a wonderful day. Go over and check this fool out on TikTok where she keeps on posting, and y'all can see all the foolishness. I think that the baby mama will have a lot to say today. And rightfully so. She deserves it. Because guess what? You had no business coming out here showing her child or her grandchild and talking about them in such a terrible way and trying to make her child or grandchild feel unwanted or like they didn't belong here on earth. So whatever this woman come out and tell about you, whatever she does, however she sees it, if she gets in her car from Alabama to Florida, which ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and jump, and she do whatever it is that she feels she needs to do in protection of her child and grandchild, honey, you brought that on yourself. Only thing I can say to them baby mama is whatever you get back, make sure Wood included, because he's a dirty, nasty dog to be calling y'all, telling y'all one side of the story, and then letting his woman sit up there and act cloffish and do what she is doing to y'all. So however it gets handled and whatever happens, just know I'll be here, I'll be watching, and we surely will be waiting to report on it, because it's about to be a mess. Now go on here, y'all, and have y'all a good day. Thank y'all for being here. Toodles.